And a warning, some details in this next story may be disturbing. An update on the sexual assault trial of a former neurologist from Kitchener. The case will be back in court for a week of arguments in November as the slow-moving trial enters its final stages. Here's CTV's Krista Simpson.
The case of Jeffrey Sloka, who also goes by Scott Sloka, returned to court briefly Tuesday morning. The former neurologist's sexual assault trial began in September 2021, meaning it has now spanned more than 4 years.
It's unusual. It's not entirely unheard of.
Sloka is alleged to have sexually assaulted 50 females at his private neurology practice at the Kaufman Building at Grand River Hospital between 2010 and 2017. Court heard the youngest was 15 years old. In many cases, the women described receiving breast or vaginal exams. They were asked to undress and were not properly draped, or in some cases examined while naked. Sloka took the stand, testifying for weeks, saying there were medical reasons for the examinations he performed. There were several long breaks during the trial, with the evidence portion wrapping up in October 2023. Since then, there have been hundreds of pages of written submissions prepared by each side and provided to Justice Craig Perry, which he continues to review. The case is scheduled to return to court on November 24th for lawyers on both sides to make oral arguments. A week has been set aside for that. At Tuesday's court appearance, Justice Perry outlined certain areas he would like the Crown and defense to address in those submissions. The slow-moving trial does raise concerns for some watching it unfold.
It's not only the accused that needs a trial within a reasonable and speedy trial, a reasonable time, but it's, of course, society, and especially in sexual assault trials, the complainant.
It's hard to move forward when it's still before the courts. It's hard to move forward when it's still in the papers. It's hard to move forward when the defense is still fighting.
Sarah Castleman adding the slow pace impacts more than just the women who testified.
Each of those women has a family and really a community around them that's been impacted by this issue.
Defense lawyer Kim Schofield, who isn't involved in the case, says the end of this part does appear to be in sight.
I think that in a case like this, we're probably at the final stage, I would say, which is a verdict and a date to be set for that.
It keeps dragging on what for some has been the most painful thing in their life.
Castleman is reminding anyone who is struggling as this case makes its way through the court to reach out to the Sexual Assault Support Center at any time. Krista Simpson, CTV News, Kitchener.